Last year, I made one of my all-time favorite Weird Products episodes, talking about weird Finn McMissile and Holley Shiftwell products. I was a bit disappointed though, as I couldn't really find that many items based around them, especially for Holley. I knew I wanted to do a sequel, but with very few items, I decided I'd just throw in a few Finn and Holley products and have the rest be about other Chrome agents, like a bunch of Secret Agent Mater products. But in the past year, I have time and time again stumbled on a plethora of weird Finn and Holley products. Whether just from browsing online or working on other videos, I keep finding them, and I've found enough to make a full sequel all about Finn and Holley, so that's what we're doing today. Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Weird Products. Today, we're doing a sequel to one of my all-time favorite episodes. It's time for Weird Finn and Holley Products, Part 2. Last time, I really focused on weird Finn products, since I couldn't find all that many for Holley. So this time, I tried my best to dig as deep as I could and find weird Holley Shiftwell products. The first thing I found was a model kit made by a Russian company. I was pretty excited when I saw this. Model kits are usually really detailed. You can get some great looking models assembled from a model kit. Unfortunately, this isn't that. It's labeled as a My First Model Kit, and, well, if this was my first model kit, I'd never want to put another one together again. I hate to just be like, oh, the face is bad and the color is wrong, but you know what? Sometimes a bad face and wrong color can completely ruin a really good-looking model. But beyond that, in the case of this model kit, I think it's really just the shaping of the hood that doesn't work. And you'll see that with a lot of pieces of Holley merchandise. She has a really strange hood shape, which a lot of companies over the years have struggled with getting right, with most of them looking too much like just a regular hood compared to Holley's more unique curved shape. I think it's a bit disappointing because this is a model kit and they easily could have molded some pieces that looked a bit better. It's a shame it didn't turn out too good. I have no idea how I missed out on this plush Holley while making my first video. Like most significant Cars characters, Holley has gotten her very own plush. She did back when Cars 2 was first coming out, I believe. And I've got to say, this is one of the best looking Cars plushes that I've ever seen. While some early Cars plushes could look pretty rough, and some smaller scale ones could still continue to look pretty rough through to this day, larger scale plushes of Cars usually look pretty on point. Starting with Cars 2, they really nailed how to make Cars plushes, and I gotta say, this is a pretty accurate looking Holley. It's surprisingly well detailed, and the shaping is pretty great. You could tell they knew that they could make more detailed Cars plushes at this point, because they made characters like Okuni and Zen Master, but we'll show those off another time. What's that? You want the world's least functional flashlight? And a Holley Shiftwell toy? Well, do I have the product for you? Guys, I'm sorry. I don't think I could do this segment without laughing hysterically at how stupid this looks. So this is made by Fisher-Price, so obviously it's made for very young kids. And it's a Holley Shiftwell light. I don't know why, but it is. So that young kids can identify where to turn the light on. She has this massive protruding button sticking out of her roof. It looks very interesting here on the prototype image, but on the final version it just sticks out like she's a cartoon character that just got hit in the head and a giant bump raised up. I really don't know what this product wants to be. It has a flashlight that pops out of Holley's hood, but it also has sounds. It's not like a lights and sounds car because it's straight up a flashlight, but like it has dialogue when you press the button. So what's the point of using this ever? I mean, as a toy, everyone's going to get annoyed because you're shining a flashlight in their face. And it has no practical use because Holley's just going to be talking the whole time you try to use the flashlight. Or at the very least, she's going to say something when you push the button down. So you know what? Forget using this at night. Everyone in the house is going to wake up because Holley Shiftwell yelled something. Easily, one of my favorite things about this is if you look close enough on the box, it has a little sign that says, with working wheels. And anytime a Cars product has to highlight the fact that the car can roll, That's kind of your first sign that it's not a very good Cars product. I feel like this would make a lot more sense as a toy if Holly had some sort of, hidden projectile she could shoot out of her hood instead. But, I'm sure that flashlight is very, very weak as it is a toy made for kids ages 2 to 6. It's probably super weak and not like, a practical flashlight. So you could just drive her around, have her look in hidden places to do spy stuff. And don't you worry, Finn got one too. Now, if you're looking at this and saying, well, it's not as bad, at least the button's the same color as the rest of him. It's not. Yeah, that one's just the prototype. But wait, there are also McQueen and Mater ones, which I guess don't look as bad. Yeah, they all look bad. But if you don't want a Finn McMissile flashlight, why not try out a Finn McMissile light switch cover? I could have made a smoother transition there. For whatever reason, they decided, hey, let's make this light switch cover look like a movie poster. But it's like as if Cars 2 were an in-universe movie. Finn McMissile starring in a Disney Pixar production, Cars 2, filmed in digital 3D, with Lightning McQueen and Tow Mater. A lot of early Cars 2 promotional material was like this. Like, look at our cool new character. He's Finn McMissile. He's so cool. He's a car with guns. This was 3 years before Captain America the Winter Soldier came out, so no one had ever seen a car with guns before. But a lot of early Cars 2 marketing liked to sideline McQueen and Mater and be like, see, Finn's the star of this movie, when that's not the case. It's very much Mater. Look, we couldn't have a Finn and Holley episode without some sort of wacky, gimmicky toys, right? Well, introducing Bath Blasting Finn McMissile. This Finn toy goes in the water. It has its propellers to help it move forward. Of course, it's Finn in his submarine mode. Honestly, it's a pretty cool toy. He's got water guns so that you could shoot these targets of Grem and Acer. And he also comes with a suction cup so he could sort of zip up the wall, although from what I've seen, it doesn't work too well. This is the sort of Cars toy that I really like. It's the sort of thing that I'm kind of jealous I didn't have as a kid. This thing looks dope, dude. Come on. But there's one thing with this toy that I really have to talk about. It comes with 2 suction cup targets. One with Grem and one with Acer. When you shoot them, the target will flip over and change to a picture of Grem and Acer with a little explosion behind them to show that you got them. But the prototype image for this Finn that you could see on his Walmart.com listing is, well, I have no words for this. This is honestly disturbing. It looks like fake creepypasta fan art. This is like what you'd find on the bottom layer of somebody's like bad Cars conspiracy theory iceberg. What am I looking at? This is awful. When I first saw this, I was like, there's no way this is real. There's no way this was real. This is seemingly the original design, and sure am glad they didn't go through with that. Jeez. Up next, we have Laser Light Chaser Finn McMissile, or just McMissile, according to the box. Why does it not say Finn? I saw this and I was like, there's no way that this works, right? I did a bit of research though, and it turns out that there are all sorts of these Laser Chaser toys, including several other ones for Cars. They even did some for Cars 3. Anyway, the way these work is you point this little infrared light ray at them, and the cars follow the light. I just can't see a world where this works well, but hey, you never know. Maybe these work great considering there are a lot out there. This is a type of item I'd love to get my hands on just to see if it works, and since they've done some more recently, maybe I will someday. And finally, we need to talk about Zero Gravity Finn McMissile. This was a toy produced by Air Hogs, and it was a Finn McMissile that could climb on walls. No, I'm not kidding. It can actually do this. One of my friends, Phanatomus31, told me about this while we were on a live stream a few months back, and we all watched the instructional video for him and could not stop laughing at how ridiculous this item was.
Zero Gravity Finn McMissile is ready to go. Before driving, make sure you check your area for a few things.
Number 1, active landmines.
Also make sure the surfaces are at a right angles.
What if my house is built on an 89-degree angle?
What if it's at a 91?
Then it ceases to function.
When you're ready to climb a wall, press the wall button.
The wall button! It literally says wall on it! It just straight up says wall!
Far towards the ground while keeping it.
How do I know this isn't just footage of him on the floor?
Come back down to the floor.
Good question. Right?
Unfortunately, what this instructional video fails to tell you is just how loud Finn is when he's driving on the walls. Look, this is honestly incredibly impressive, the fact that he could drive around on walls, but it's just so loud. If they made it today, I wonder if they would have the technology to make it a bit quieter. I would hope so, but, you know, I really wanted to buy this, but it's so loud I don't think it's worth it. If I wanted a wall climbing toy, I'd rather get this one instead.
It's Energized Spider-Man with Spider Sense. Battery not included. Turn the Spider Sense activator. Red Dragon appears to go into action. Attach the web climber. Flip the switch, and he climbs automatically. Energized Spider-Man. The motorized web. It pulls. It lifts. The Spider Light to climb at night. The Spider Copter sold separately with Spider Sense panel. The power pack turns on the copter.
We want to get the Red Dragon.
Energized Spider-Man with Spider Sense comes with communicator. Spider Copter sold separately from Remco.
See, I don't need a wall button to make that work. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching another episode of Weird Products. Like I said before, these Finn and Holley episodes are some of my favorite ones to do, and I can't wait to see what strange Cars 2 Secret Agent gimmick toys I can find in the future and share with all you guys. See you guys next time. Bye now.
It's Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk from the Elastic Superhero Collection.
I can beat that.
You can tie them in a tangle, then see how they unrangle. You can stretch the legs and arms, it won't do any harm.
Watch this.
Elastic Spider-Man and Hulk.
Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk, each sold separately from the Elastic Superhero Collection by Mego.